Hi everybody, I'm Mike Kovar, Director of Tennis at Coto Tennis Club, and welcome to our tip of the week. Today we're going to talk about loose arm on our ground strokes. So basically I want you to think about any sport that needs to accelerate your hands, whether it's a boxer, swimmer, baseball pitcher. Baseball pitchers have to accelerate that hand in order to fling that ball, right? Boxers as well here, they're moving really quickly. As well here, they're jabbing, they're real loose, right? You can see that they're not really muscle bound and they're not really tight because they need to accelerate that racket. Similarly, if you've ever watched swimmers warm up, they've got to accelerate their hands really quickly through the water. When they warm up, they're working on staying loose and easy. The same principle applies to tennis players. Your job is to accelerate this racket through that ball, right? And to the extent that your arm and muscle is loose, you'll get a lot more natural power than you will if you muscle that ball. How do you know if you muscle that ball? Well, basically, if you play for an hour and a half or so, or for 15, 20 minutes, however long it might be, and your shoulder starts aching afterwards, that's the indicator that you are. You should be able to implement loose arm strokes and generate tons of natural power with a softer swing. That's right. With a softer swing using this loose arm, you'll be able to generate a lot more power than you will using your muscle. Using your muscle counteracts the ability to accelerate that racket forward and is counterproductive to any tennis player. So I'm going to demonstrate on the forehand side here how not to hit a ball. This is using muscle. You can see that I muscled that ball over and I'm physically strong enough to hit that ball as well, right? But again, muscle's unreliable here. I may apply too much muscle and hit it out. I may apply too little muscle and hit it in the bottom of the net. Now I want to show you what happens with that loose arm. You set up with that loose arm, nice and easy, right? Very loose, very easy. I hit almost as hard as I did with that first ball with that loose arm, but I swung significantly softer here. This can be applied to backhands, loose arm, serves, loose arm as well, right? The only one that overheads as well. The only one that cannot be applied on is volleys as well. So stick with that loose arm here, protect your shoulders and your body, and hit better balls. I'm Mike Kovar. Thank you for joining us at our tip of the week.